Greetings all, this is now week 6 of weekly progression, coming out far later than it should have, but I'd say it's been a pretty good week overall. Starting off strong, my Luminous mule is finally complete. I would like to get my symbols just a little bit higher, but that's just a matter of continuing to do my dailies and weeklies. I say its nodes and gear are in a very good place to leave it as a normal Nomian mule. And in my last video, I soloed Lotus for the first time for TAC Relay, so any more stat I gain at this point is just a bonus. Someone did point out to me though, in that video of me running Lotus on my Luminous, I wasn't using Baptism of Light and Darkness as much as I could have been, and they were absolutely correct. I had to go back and actually reread the skill, because I just forgot a good portion of it. A very important portion of it, actually. I was using Baptism, once every equilibrium state, because every time you enter a new one it resets, but all the way at the bottom of the skill, there's a very important line that just has slipped my mind while bossing. If an equilibrium skill hits while equilibrium is active, Baptism of Light and Darkness, cooldown -3. I will keep this in mind while moving forward, and I will start using the skill correctly while weekly bossing. So I would like to thank them again for pointing that out to me, because who knows how long I would have gone and done this incorrectly if it wasn't made apparent. Before I get into too much detail about the things I've done last week though, I'd like to talk a little bit about this Legion grind I want to pursue. I've decided to flip around some of my pre-New Age goals. I don't plan to immediately do any 6-job content on my Dawn Warrior, so there's really no need to try and rush it to 260 right now. Even though I would like to have it at 260, there are some other things I could be doing, and I'd get them done easier. I will get it to 260 at some point for Legion purposes, but I'll postpone that grind for right now. I will end up needing 3 260 characters later on for the plan I set up to get 10k, but, I think I'd rather get the smaller grinds out of the way first. Since I'm so close to 8k Legion, I've decided to shift my focus to that. Along with finishing up some of the level 3 links I'm pretty close to getting, like Angelic Buster, Arc, and Demon Avenger. Whatever character I decide to hyperburn, I plan to main and take the 275. These links and 8k Legion would benefit me a lot if I just get them out of the way now. Assuming the next hyperburning starts on November 15th, I'm not sure of the exact start date, but that is one day after the Fairy Bros Golden Giveaway ends, so I'm taking an educated guess. This would leave me 49 days to get the 8k Legion. I have a bunch of characters floating around levels 122 to 125. Leveling 12 of these characters to 200 will put me slightly over 8k Legion. I've already started this grind just a little bit. This video was supposed to come out on Monday. I haven't done too much work towards it though. But overall, that doesn't sound too bad. That's just under 2 characters a week. If I were to do 4 characters a week though, I could finish 28 of the characters I have before New Age. I have 23 characters between levels 121 and 150, then 4 more characters between 182 and 197. Starting with the higher level characters, of course, I think I could finish all 27 of these in 7 weeks. I do have a duplicate Lara and Nightwalker I'd like to replace though, just to have only unique characters contributing to my Legion board. I'd like to replace them with a Mihail and Wind Archer, meaning I'd have to level those 2 characters from level 1, since I don't have one at all. But every other character would at least be starting from 121, so that makes things a lot easier for me. But bare minimum, I only need to finish 12 of these characters for 8k Legion. Anything else I do will just make my grind to 10k easier. Speaking of which, since Luminous is now 235, I now have 2 out of the 38 characters I need at level 235, so that's some progress there. My collie is almost there as well, sitting at 225, but I've decided I don't really want to push any more characters to 235 until I have all my 200s. Again, just getting the smaller grinds out of the way first, so I stop flip-flopping between them. Though, Lumi was a special case because I needed a 3rd character for the TAC Relay missions for Lotus. I got my Angelic Buster to level 200 recently, been leveling that to 210 through 6-star daily XP while I do other things. I'll probably end up making more in-depth videos for each 200 I get, maybe just talking about the character and my experience leveling them and how my experience will be getting them to 235 if they are one of the ones I'm taking that far, but we'll see. Other than doing those Legion grinds, I've mostly just been doing TAC Relay this week. I was just going for 10,000 points for the chair, but, I've decided just to go all the way. Why not get the maple points? So, I've just been capping every day. I think today on reset, I will actually have enough points to get the final chair because I've already cleared Lotus on 3 characters, so that'll be nice. All of the daily growth potions I've got from this event have been going straight to my arc, and all of the XP cards I've been getting as well will go to getting characters to level 200. I've mostly just been throwing the symbol selectors at my Luminous, speeding up its symbol gain for Esfera. I'm currently sitting on 15 hours of 2x XP in my storage, so I'm gonna make some big Legion gains this week, especially since some of those are expiring soon, so gotta act fast. I know we are already approaching the end of the week because I've taken so long to make this video, but I think I'm gonna try and level my Demon Avenger, Night Lord, Beast Tamer, Arc, and Fire Poison to 200 before Monday. It shouldn't be too bad. The majority of those characters are already above 180. The lowest is my Fire Poison at 140, but it's Fire Poison, it should go pretty well. My Dawn Warrior and Luminous are both in very good positions to do all the bosses up to Lomian every week, but my Lara could use some more work. She's currently sitting at 15.1k stat with Animal Warrior pop. Her symbols, though, are in a very good position. Almost all of them are 10. It mainly just comes down to working on my gear and its potentials. I'll end up talking more about that later on when I start tossing more money at her. Nodes too, actually. Some of my nodes on my Lara are pretty low. I think that pretty much wraps up all my progression from last week and my plans for this week. I'm going to continue doing TAC Relay. I have done every day since. We are going strong, and along with that, I'm going to start this Legion grind and get these characters to 200. I've got a lot of work ahead of me, but it'll be pretty worth it. Pre-200 can be rough for a lot of characters, but it's nice to switch up and train something different every other day. I'm very much looking forward to hitting 8k Legion. I've already surpassed my reg server progress from back in the day like 10 times over at this point, so it's really only up from here. But anyway, I have a handful of characters to start leveling, so I'll catch you guys around.